What it do, YouTube? I'm back with another episode of Franchise Mode. In the last episode, we took on the Buffalo Bills. In this episode, we'll be taking on the Colts. If you guys enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe button, turn on notifications. Let's get it.
Up next, it's former AFC East rivals. Miami leads the series 48-27 over Indy, but the Colts giving it 7 wins in the last night against the Dolphins. It's week 4, and it's over on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now, so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 10 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on him.
On second down, it's Gurley again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015.
Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We saw this jumping jack make steady improvement his first 3 years in Miami. And he topped it off with 53 catches last year, career high.
Out from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Check 24, check 24. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that.
Facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Sixth touchdown of the season, and the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive and he throws a touchdown pass.
You give a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley, and he'll take this ahead for about 4.
Right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Dolphins with the football. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. a play fake here on first down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those
from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. Check 13, check 31.
On the counter, Gurley. Good move by Gurley. A gain of 3, second down.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big tackle?
Second down at 7.
Let's go. Undercross.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Still going. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Let's go.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Watch out. Hey, check 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen run. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Got a man open. It's Devontae Parker complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there for the Dolphins.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Let's go. You tighten up.
On first down, it's Gurley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you. Watch the twins. Watch the eye.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there for the Dolphins.
As a rookie quarterback.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Colts 6-yard line.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he's probably throwing here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck and run on a scramble, we can't hold our breath. Well, that was a big no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dumps it off to Gurley. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds so possession will stay the same.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them.
That one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete.
Remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And here we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Slam.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Fuller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get, but he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, they'll throw. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these types on more before this one's over.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Take it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. He's down inside the 10 to the 8.
Because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage. You see
Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did.
First and goal at the 1 yard line.
Check.
Gurley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him.
Now, after that run, they might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is met at the line. As a stop, it was Darius Leonard. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 4.
Big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Being chased out left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Switch up, switch up. Check back.
2nd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, and they pick up a first down.
Watch screen, watch screen. Reload. He's got me, double up.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. It was Isaac Rowe.
Like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. For this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins want to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He has really settled in through the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter, he's a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing well.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that.
Looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold, because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Tremendous all day long. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The defense, it's been battered all game long, and here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as
16 here for 1st and 10. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
speed is the name of it. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the long has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of.
Tuck it and get all you can.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, well, this work.
Yeah, but he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about getting to the next level, right? We see people get into the zone. This guy's a
They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Welcome you back in. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gurley fights him off. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Switch. Check 26.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a dangerous throw there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins take on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes
Took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.